We're here.
It's live!
Welcome to this thing on Friday.
I know. This looks weird.
Our first ever guest.
Pancake has been our guest. Many a time.
Pancake's a superstar.
She's like,
Pancake is the star. Yes. Pancake is.
We're her guest.
is that what? Yes. Actually, yes. That's how that works. That is how that usually works.
That is right. So, who is this person next to you?
So I was too busy looking at a post coming out of my head.
Oh, I thought you were like, I'm too busy looking at my hair. And I'm like, who are you? Turning into me.
Like, there's a post coming out of your head. Everybody got posts coming out of their heads.
Yeah,
We got Donovan here as our first guest on our live.
And who is Donovan?
God, I don't know if you don't know by now. I don't know.
You know what? You can't assume that everyone knows everything.
That's true. That's true. Donovan is our friend who just is doing this house thing with us.
Use all the really specific
descriptive,
words.
yes.
Yeah. That house thing, you know?
He's a carpenter contractor extraordinaire.
Okay. Cool.
It has a trailer out in the backyard.
Multiple trailers.
Yeah.
All the trailers.
All the trailers.
He's the trailer collector.
It's like, I need more trailers here. Mm-hmm. I just called Donovan. Like, I bought another one for you.
Yeah.
Really?
I think I had 4 here at one point.
Yeah, I have 4 here, yeah. 4 trailers.
Although you said you're taking your little house trailer with
House
you.
trailer for one today. The other camper's gone.
Yeah.
That's right, you had the other. I forgot about that one already.
Yeah.
That was
you
the
had
fourth.
that one.
The dump trailer.
That one will be here for a little while.
Yeah. The kids like that one.
Yeah.
The boat trailer now.
Yeah.
The boat trailer, which
Slash
is our
material hauler.
material hauler. Yep.
For long pieces and whatnot.
I like this. From Chris. When is the first flock of Cremona chickens arriving? Never.
I'm good.
There's turkeys.
Oh, I
We got
love this.
turkeys.
Yeah,
We
we
got
do.
turkeys around
We have
here.
turkeys. We have 5 turkeys that like walk around.
And they're wild, so I don't have to do anything.
That's
the best
and
part.
a peacock.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
no,
know.
peacock.
I couldn't believe that. Donovan texted us. He saw a peacock across the street on his way leaving like last week.
Driving, it's like Lori's like, "There's a peacock." I'm like, "What? What do you mean there's a peacock?" And
Yep.
we backed up and got some video of it. It was like, okay, they don't see those in a while.
Doesn't seem like the right habitat. For
It's I think it's a little out of its
Yeah.
habitat.
Right. I was like, are there such things as like wild peacocks in Minnesota?
I don't think so.
I don't.
I don't-
No, they're not. They're not. That's not where they're supposed to be.
No.
Yeah, so I don't know if they like escaped the zoo or what. But yeah,
Someone's
odd.
pet just walking around.
Are you supposed to have a peacock as a pet? I feel like the answer is no.
No, I think the answer would be no.
Yeah. So this is obviously a burning question from Tim. Did Donovan bring cookies?
Yeah, he's got his.
He brought his cookie.
I got my cookie.
Of
He
course
got
he
his own. And the rest of them went.
Matt's on his own on this time.
Yep.
I'm
Oh,
done
yeah.
and goes out.
Okay, we're past that point.
Yeah,
Where
like,
the
Yeah.
cookie gets delivered.
Oh yeah, you have to pick up your own.
Yeah.
Nice.
They used to just show up.
Now you have to work a little bit.
You have to go get it.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
all the way
box.
into the kitchen.
Yeah.
To walk all the way there and get it.
Oh my god.
Pick the best one.
Yeah. They were hilarious. Okay, from Terry. Silly question, but what was the second chainsaw you bought? Do you remember?
It's the second chainsaw, like that I ever bought.
Yes.
Like besides the first.
Yeah. Well, what was your first and your second? Do you even remember?
The first chainsaw was a steel 039. And then I bought an 046. That was my second saw.
What does that mean?
That's just the model.
Like, is it this big? Is it this big? Is it this big?
The 039 is 62 cc's,
So that's
63
that?
cc's. I don't know. It's like this. And then the 46 is like this.
Okay. Okay.
And then I have other saws since then. The 046 got swapped out. It's the same saw, but I keep getting newer models.
So why did you buy that?
The 46? I think it's a really good balance of like weight to power.
Okay.
This is a 77 cc saw, so it's got a pretty good amount of power, but it's not like too bad to carry around all day or for however long you need to use it. So it's got the nice balance. So when we're cutting trees with Jim, that's what I would use out there in the woods. 'Cause I could fell with it, and then I could buck with it.
Okay.
And I would be carrying around all day, and it wouldn't be that bad. Versus something bigger than that, it gets physically bigger and physically heavier.
Okay, that makes sense. From Jerry, siding and trim are looking amazing. So yeah, that's what they worked on today. When I came back, it was kind of crazy because it was, I don't know, it's so far along. I couldn't believe it.
Trim.
It's a lot of trim.
It's a lot of trim.
It's all trim.
It's all trim.
Thousands of pounds of trim.
Okay, so I mean, where are we at? In the
Okay, never got the east wall is mostly done. So that's the exterior
The
of
other
this
side of it, yep, this.
that we're looking at right now is mostly done now. The front is mostly done too. We just
Waiting
got
on
the
some materials for that.
soffit fascia area and above to finish up there and patch that in. And then around the corner of the north wall.
Yeah. So we got the little nook where the back door is to finish, the ceiling to figure out, and then kind of massaging around.
There's a lot of massaging up there.
Yeah, there's a lot of
It's a lot
things.
of like tying in like what we did, the new stuff too was there and making it look like some
It was
kind of
always supposed to be
continuous
there?
thought.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. That's where the magic happens.
Oh, is it? That's the magic
It's
place.
always magic.
It is. It is.
Okay, you weirdos.
Also, you were saying yesterday, like the magic, like the phrase or the thing is like, you don't notice good design,
You know it's bad.
you notice bad design.
That's a really good saying.
Yeah.
That's a Donovan saying. We put that on as a get a
Put that on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Add that to the lineup.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not gonna be good as this one. That's good.
Nothing's better than that.
I have to agree. I
Ain't
like-
nothing better than that.
Oh, funny. Okay, so that's what you guys worked on today, and then Monday.
And if you want to see what we worked on 6 weeks ago,
it's down
in the
below.
description of the video, it's
A secret
what we
video.
did like 6 weeks ago.
What is it?
I think that's the roof, isn't it?
That is prepping the roof.
Okay, this roof.
Yep.
That was
Finally prepping
in
the
April,
roof.
yeah.
It's wild how fast and slow everything goes.
It was like April, it was like 3 days in April, mid-April.
Okay.
Yeah. That was not great weather.
The
April,
weather was
none of
horrible.
April was good weather.
Well,
it was like
it was cold and really windy and snowing and raining and all kinds of things.
Yep.
It was a weird time.
Oh, I like this. From Tim. Donovan needs his own nailed it shirt. Yeah. Do you say that a lot in the videos?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No. Maybe that's your new tagline. You know. To be
Maybe
honest,
you
I've
do. I
never
don't know.
watched any of your guys' videos all the way through.
Yeah.
Ever. I'll read the comments, and if I see a comment that it says like our children or I'm in it, I'll be like, oh, let me like see if I can find that so I can see our little kids. But then that's about it.
Yeah. There's nothing to see on the videos.
There's nothing to see.
Except everything.
Yeah. What?
Except all the things.
Except for everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys did that. Next week, what are you working on?
We'll work on the siding next week and try to wrap up.
Try to get the
Hopefully
exterior.
start wrapping up the exterior. Be all next week. Be close. We've got a couple of materials that we're short, and they don't even know when we can get it. So
Like, what materials are short?
the soffit material that goes on the front of the kitchen window,
Okay.
that they don't have, and then
Oh,
some
no.
more hardy 4x8 sheets of hardy. They don't know when they can get it. So I gotta start. If I can't find out by Monday, then we'll start trying to source it someplace else.
Yeah. So, you know, getting the things you need,
Okay.
as always. But yeah, next week we should be pretty well through a lot or most of the exterior.
Most of the exterior should be done by the end of the week. Yeah.
So when are you going to do the drywall? Because that's all I care about lately.
As soon as the exterior's done.
Probably the following week after that.
Okay.
So we're about a weekish out from drywall, and we got. The only thing we got left to do in here, I think, is the insulation foil for the radiant ceiling.
That should be it.
And that's it, and then it's ready to go.
Ooh, I like this question a lot.
Oh,
Will there be a house builder blooper reel at the end? Have you saved
The
those?
bloopers are in there.
Oh, you're like, we don't save them for
we
the end?
put those in. That's the whole point.
So there
Yeah.
is nothing that more ridiculous than what they've already seen.
Not really. I don't think
No.
we really cut anything that's like actually funny.
Actually fun. Okay.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of stupid things like that doesn't
Yeah.
work.
Oh, like you guys make a mistake or what?
Like comedically doesn't work.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, the bloopers,
Contractor said something completely stupid.
but not that either. I don't know. No, maybe we should put them in.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's not going to be a compilation.
Well, maybe we could do a compilation, but it wouldn't be anything you haven't seen before. I guess would be
the right
way
answer.
to put that.
Okay, there you go. Hi guys, you may have answered this already, but are you on schedule? Did you set a timeline?
Sort of. We
Sort
sort
of.
of set a timeline. I think we're kind of still.
We're close. We lost April essentially, and part of
We
it.
did actually.
I mean, it was like we
That's a
lost
good
the whole.
point. We did lose like a whole month
Yeah.
because we ended up being. We were supposed to be like sheetrocked already and done.
Yeah, yeah, we would have been sheetrock by now. Is what was hope?
Yeah. So we're like,
But we lost because of the temperature and the wet. We couldn't put the roof. We couldn't put the roof on. We couldn't put the windows in, which
It's like, it didn't matter because the door wasn't even here.
and the door wasn't here. Or all of it wasn't here, so that didn't show up till the end of April. So, and we're still missing part of the door.
Yeah,
true,
which
the
is
screen.
crazy.
The
Yeah.
screen is still not showed up yet. It should be here. It was supposed to show up last week, but
Whatever. I think we're pretty well on target to be kind of sometime in the fall, which is what we kind of planned
Yep.
for anyway. So
I mean the outside will be wrapped up for the most part this week, and then the drywall, and then
all the interior stuff.
all the interior stuff.
Yeah.
And my glass.
We'll do the railing at some point,
Yep.
yes, too.
The inspector inquired about that.
Yeah.
Oh, they did
It's
actually?
little curious
He's
about
like,
that.
"There's furniture up there." Yep.
You're like, they live on the edge.
And, you're gonna have to put a railing up. I'm like, "Yep." I'd like to see that railing up there.
Oh, really?
I bet you would.
Me too. I am with you, Inspector Man.
Yeah. So
It's only
we
12
gotta get
foot
that.
drop, you know?
It's
You can make it,
Yeah,
right?
it's 12 feet, you know? Whatever.
you'll bounce pretty hard.
Yeah.
But I think we got a pretty good handle on what because railing originally wasn't going to get done at all
Yeah, we're gonna leave it as a roof as like an unusable space just a
until after
functional
the
roof.
second phase.
Right.
But somebody went and
Bought furniture.
furniture about a minute after the roof
It
got
was
put
like
on.
it was like the same week.
Don't know what
The
that's.
roof's okay. Furniture time.
I wanted the roof
You
for
got
that
it.
use. I don't
You
need
got
it.
it.
And then I said, I will now use this said roof.
Yep.
You said you'd use it.
It's
I know.
Fine.
What's funny is like Matt's like, I don't feel like you're really going to use it. Well, yes, I am.
I was wondering. I mean, I wasn't sure. Like, it's like okay. It's a big.
It's
area.
huge.
It's a huge area. It's
Yeah.
like 15 by 28.
Yeah.
So it's like that's bigger than most people's decks, and it's
Bigger
a
than
nice
our
space
bedroom.
though. Huh?
It's like bigger than our bedroom, you know?
It's approaching about half my house.
Yeah.
On the roof.
On the
On the
roof.
roof, on
Yeah.
the roof.
It's huge. It is huge. Yeah. So yeah, no, but I love it. Especially like days like today. It's gorgeous out. Just sit out there with my little umbrella.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna just get some umbrellas and some awnings or something up there because
I mean, it doesn't normally matter. Like to me, it mattered because I was working on my computer and the glare.
yeah.
Like you can't see and type very well, which is why I wanted it. But
Well, until the evening, you got the shadow of the house on it.
Yeah, that is fine.
And the roof reflects a lot of light up back up.
It's bright up there. It's quite bright. But yeah, you'll see a start that install
right.
if you watch that video, or wait till tomorrow, or whatever, or don't watch it like some people.
Yeah. Oh, where did it go? Oh, okay. This is super nice from Bruce. I'm a retired carpenter, commercial superintendent, and love watching how you did everything. Really nice job. I would look for ways that I thought you might be doing something wrong, but you did such a great job. So that's good.
wow.
So you passed.
We passed the Bruce test.
You did. You passed it. So that's good. I like this from Ken. Teasing the window install. Dang it. Those are spoilers. Thanks, y'all. I continue looking forward to the Saturday installments.
Yeah, well, that's what was that, episode 39,
Which one is down below right now?
36.
So it's close
Yeah.
for these windows, not
Yeah.
those ones.
Yeah, we did those
Those.
2 weeks ago.
Oh, those are, you've already seen the video for that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's already been out.
That was 2
Okay.
weeks ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, the 5 behind me are episode 39.
Okay.
38 is the one door.
All right, there
The
you
Figure out how to
door.
install it.
The door.
How to
The door.
install an extension jam.
There was
No
a
instructions.
little head stretching that day.
And then, oh yeah.
Until we found the
can't-
parts.
We
The
can't,
part.
when we can't tip it up into place.
No.
There was that too. Oh yeah, we can't crush your pan you just made.
No.
From William, Donovan, do you have any other projects going on?
Yes.
All right, what other projects do you have going on?
I just wrapped up a project in St. Paul where we cut all of the structural walls out of the house. The 2-story house from the 1880s while they were living in the house. And now it's a big open area.
Nice.
And then I'm wrapped up on that one for the most part. And then I've got 3 others that I'm looking at. So I've got an addition in St. Paul for a kitchen, a basement finish, and a sunroom that is collapsing as we speak.
Oh no.
So
those are 3 separate projects, like 3 separate houses?
yeah.
Okay.
So that'll take me for the next 18 months.
Right. Okay. So you're busy.
As busy as I need to be.
You only have 24 hours in the day.
Only 20.
Only 20. Nice. All right.
But right now, this is essentially here for the next probably month or so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, how do you feel about being on camera while you work?
And how has it changed over time?
That's a good
I think it's
follow-up.
more. It's been 8 months, 6 months,
October?
7
October. So.
Yeah, October.
7 months
It's been a little
ish.
weird.
Okay. Elaborate.
So
I'm
I
glad
think
you don't treat them any differently than when I speak. That's exactly what you said.
What-
Okay, give us more.
give us more. That's why Lindsay's got this going on.
It's like you're not being deposed, guys. Okay.
like, it's
Feel
like-
free to
Sure,
give some
I'm
information.
sure we're not being exposed here.
I mean, it's being recorded.
It's being recorded. It's being broadcast.
I hope you realize that most depositions are not visually recorded. I understand Johnny Depp's trial has made it skew what record. Like, usually,
Audio recorded.
it's just
It'll
usually
be
just
transcribed.
usually it's transcribed. Yes. Anyway, continue.
I think for me, the biggest thing is kind of the responses that we've gotten over the time is I wasn't sure what to expect.
I wasn't either. I can't say I
And-
had any idea either.
It's been very, for the vast majority of it, I would say I'm not going to say 100%, but the vast majority of it is positive, and it's a little, for me personally, it's a little overwhelming sometimes.
Like a positive or negative
Positive. I mean, I appreciate it. It's just it's a little much.
Right.
So,
But like being on camera, you know, you're working on, I don't know, putting up like today, you're doing whatever, using nail thing, putting hole in wall. And there's
running
Matt being
Your
like,
favorite thing, putting holes in walls.
like, does it feel weird having like Matt behind you or knowing like a camera's right there? Or
and most times I don't even pay attention to the camera. And I think when we're working, there's times that the cameras aren't on,
yes.
and I don't think it makes how we're working together doesn't make any difference.
okay, so you don't have like cameras where you're like, oh wait, like
No,
turn this way
what
or
I'm doing
this
is
way,
like
or-
that. I'm bent over doing something, and I look up, and there's a camera,
Right.
6 inches from my face, and then I might get a little eye roll going on. And
Yeah.
that time is like, and it's like, where's Matt? Where's he doing? And then all of a sudden it's like, oh,
Surprise.
he's got a camera.
He's right there in my face.
Like I think it hasn't come up. No, the windows haven't come up yet, but there's one of the windows. I'm like, where is Matt?
Oh,
Where's
yeah.
Matt?
Oh, yeah, that's
Like
a
I
good-
need actual help.
Yeah, and then this fall, the
Yeah, you're cutting.
plywood.
You're cutting out the opening.
So I'm on the outside cutting that up, and I'm like, where is he? Where is he? I'm just going to do this. And the plywood falls down, and I look up, and there he's sitting there with a camera. I'm like,
I was supposed to catch the plywood.
yeah, you're going to catch it. No, he didn't catch it. He just let it
I
go.
want the dramatic effect of the plywood falling into the room.
So Matt's thinking it from like a camera visual thing, and you're like, can you help me?
Yeah. there's times where I'm bent over backwards,
Right.
work on the floors, and I don't, it's like, I look up,
Sometimes I try to get. I'm trying to elicit some kind of response out of you. Sometimes.
and you get it sometimes.
Sometimes I get it.
Yeah.
That's what you don't see when I don't get it. And like, there's a lot of things that don't work.
Yeah.
And as far as the cinematography goes.
Oh, right, where you're like, I think this is, yeah. And then you look at it later and you're like, didn't work out.
Yeah.
Well, I think it has been an evolving process of figuring out how to get the cameras to work with the work that's going on. And I think we're kind of at a good kind of flow with it. Because especially in the beginning, I'm like, first of all, I don't know how the hell you're working, what your next steps are, what's happening at all.
And
I'm trying to figure out what is relevant to film.
Oh, right, because you don't know.
So I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like, I don't know.
And I've worked pretty much by myself for 30 years. So
Oh, right.
So I'm not used to having a lot of other people, and then it's like, we got to think about how this looks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because it doesn't really matter. Normally it's not being documented, so who cares?
Right, and I think there was one day we were working on the foundation, and you had to go run something, and you were gone for.
Oh, I remember you complaining about this.
I was like, oh, it's done.
It's done. I'm like, and I'm just like, I'm
Working.
I'm getting done. I'm gonna, just keep rolling here.
Yeah.
And Matt's like, I need it filmed. What the heck?
Yeah.
We're filming this.
Now I know that when I leave, I just put a camera and I leave it rolling.
Yep.
That's it. Done. Problem solved. But we've been moving to like the multi-cam thing. It's been helping too.
Yep.
So then I'm not like I have to worry as much because I'm like, if it's boring, you just cut between cameras and it will seem like there is no change in time.
Yep.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yep. And then we've had some issues with mics.
Oh,
It's
so it's
been-
going
In the
out?
beginning, I was like, I want this to be as like inobtrusive as possible for you. So I'm like, okay, we're not gonna do lav mics. We're gonna try and do the shotgun thing, which is okay, but you gotta be really close to it.
Yep.
Then you come inside, like, it's way too much echo. So like, okay, fine, we'll do lav mics, which is okay.
What does that mean?
The
The-
actual like ones on
The
you.
wireless mic.
Okay.
Yep.
So now we actually have something on us now to worry about too. And then I didn't review footage enough.
For a while, it was
for
like
4 episodes, you had broken your mic.
I didn't
like-
break my mic. You gave me a bad mic.
Your mic is broken.
You're like, let the record show. I did not break.
Self-destructed at some point
Yeah,
4
it wasn't-
episodes ago. So now I have 4 episodes where you can't hear anything he's saying because his mic isn't working.
Yeah,
Right.
and we thought it was working.
And we thought it was working the whole time. We're just continuing as normal. So now I'm like, okay, I gotta review
Check.
footage every night.
Yeah.
Right.
Gotta organize all this footage because now we have like usually four or five cameras from the day that I have to organize and make sure everything is okay and there and all in one place, and the audio is okay.
Well, then we got that fixed, and then another piece went bad too. Wasn't there another one that went bad after that too?
That was just the one.
Okay.
So now we're on 2 different cameras. So I've got ambient on the 2 cameras, and then each of us to the wireless mics on each of the camera too. So in the edits, we got 4 audio sources from the on the base, and then we can overlay whatever a handheld camera or the GoPro or whatever on top of that too.
Yeah.
So we got fallbacks on audio now. Lots.
Good.
All right, speaking of stuff that happened from Connie, did Donovan really get electrocuted when Matt said the cable wasn't live?
It's a little bit.
I got a little. Yes, I felt
A
that.
little bit.
So that was not dramatized.
I don't think
Traumatized.
I'm just like I grabbed it and was like, "Yep, that's live." And I've gotten. I grew up around electricity with my dad when I was 12.
Yeah.
And he would like wear this, and you get it done. You get a set amount of time to do this, and then I'm turning the power on.
Oh, you got a shot clock. Let's go, buddy.
Get her done. Get her done. Get her done. And I've worked with on and off electricity for a
Okay.
long time, and I don't get too worried about. That-
So you did get shocked, but it didn't make you cry.
No, there's other things that make me cry.
Okay. And it wasn't that. Speaking of things that make you cry, is Matt a good gopher?
Yeah.
Generally, yes.
Generally.
Generally, yes.
Except when you put things away.
Yes, and that's the thing that today was like. We were looking for things, and it's like, where is it? Oh, somebody put it away. We can't find it because.
Oh, there's no way it was Matt. Matt putting things away? No.
I put it away, and I forgot I put it away, and neither one of us could find it. But I generally need somebody to keep track of my coffee cup every day.
Oh, he used to do that for his father, so he's real good at that.
So I have 3 different coffee cups,
Yeah.
and sometimes there's 2 or 3 here, and none at home because I've forgotten it.
Make sure you don't drink out of the wrong one.
I did that a couple of weeks ago. Grabbed it like a 4-day-old coffee and
You're like, this
thought
is
it was a
disgusting.
morning coffee. It was not.
It was different mornings.
It was a different morning's coffee.
All right, so he does that. He gets your coffee. You get your Coke.
No.
No?
I generally get my own Coke.
Yep.
So no, it's been. We weren't sure how this was going to play out. Well, how much help you were going to be able to give,
And
and how much labor I was going to be bringing in,
Yeah.
and it's actually worked out. I think really, really well in the project. So
I know, at least for me, like it's been definitely evolving. Like I feel like somewhat of like an apprentice kind of thing, because like in the beginning, like literally all I did was just get stuff.
Yep.
Like I don't know, I don't want to screw anything up. Now I'm out there cutting stuff.
Yep.
And you feel
We
confident.
found that I can actually cut things.
Yeah. No, I think it's worked out well, and we've gotten over this period got a good rhythm, and it's been. I think it shows in the videos that we're having fun doing. I mean, days go by even when we're not having a great day.
It's still enjoyable. Because I suppose if you're used to working alone, is it nice to have someone?
It's nice to have. I mean, I mean, I tend to be kind of a social person, so it's like, but I've spent all of my, most of my time solo work, by myself on most of my jobs over the last, number of decades.
Yeah, I think for you, like figuring out like, okay, I got someone else here. How can I best utilize them?
Yep, and that's challenging, and
especially when you're like, this guy doesn't know what he's doing.
Well, and I've got Lori's been trying. We've been trying to get Lori out here to help.
Who's Lori?
My fiance.
Okay, thank you.
Who now has a broken toe.
Not everyone knows.
Yeah. So she's.
I know.
She wants to help out, and
I know who Lori is.
No experience, but she wanted to come out and help. And
then what happened to her toe? What did you do? What did you do?
I actually had her help me, and she dropped a piece of hardy 4x8 cement board on the end of her toe.
Panel.
The whole panel on the end of her toe.
How much does that weigh?
Probably 80.
Yeah, but it's a really narrow, and it was the end of it, so it was kind of a guillotine on her toe, and it was.
Did she lose her toe?
No, it just broke the tip.
Just the tip.
Just the tip.
So we know working with middle schoolers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually a lot. That's what gets cut out a lot of times.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, all the like middle school humor.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot, unfortunately, that doesn't make it in. Because I'm like, we're trying to be somewhat family friendly. Like, you don't blush because your kids are watching this with you, kind of thing.
Yeah.
The things that come out of my mouth.
Oh God.
Either one of ours. I'll
only
say
because
something.
he's around. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, man.
He brings out the potty in me.
Yep.
My God, that by itself just sounds so terrible.
It is. It can get a little.
Blue. I think that's the proper word to use.
Is that what we use? But it can get. There's days that gets a little much.
It's a little. I'm like, I can't believe I just said that.
Yep.
Oh man.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, a question for Matt. Someone actually kind of cares about you. It's been the Donovan show, finally.
Oh, good. I got my face pushed and everything.
Yeah, I mean, well, because
But I'm too far away.
All right, so he can actually eat his cookie. Okay, Gary from Gary. Matt, how do you like using Donovan's Festools?
I don't know. Like, what's different?
I don't know. You tell me.
I'm still trying to figure out the Capex.
What does that mean?
It's got that launch sequence to open it up. There's like too many buttons. I'm like, I can't. How do I get it to do the thing and move? We're getting there, and make it fold and do its transformer
It
thing.
has lots of things it can do.
Without it falling off the stand.
Okay.
So there's that. I don't know. I like the HKC. What the heck is that? Was HKC?
HKC. Yep.
Yeah, the thing everybody loves to hate, the circular saw on a track thing. Yep. That's actually kind of convenient.
Okay.
It's a lot more convenient than a circular saw in like a speed square.
Okay.
For sure. I don't know. It impacts an impact. I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, the impacts. Yeah, that's.
Have a. Like it spins. I don't know. That's about it. What else is there? You got my Domino out.
Oh, yeah, we used your Domino the last couple days.
You know, and where did you get that Domino from? You really have to think about
My
it.
credit card reward points.
I bought you that.
No, you did.
That was my gift to you.
No, that was a drum sander.
I bought you two things.
Nope.
Yes. This is his fake reality. I bought that
When did
thing.
you buy that?
I bought it for some anniversary or something because I remember because I was like, Domino
You
makes
can
a
go back
little
and
whole
watch
thing.
my shop update from.
If you say
April of 2014, somewhere in there.
I'm waiting for you like April 15th.
That's when I got that thing.
Yeah, it's because I bought it from.
When I bought it from Tool Nut, they accidentally sent me two of the sustainers of dominoes.
This feels wrong.
Instead of sustainer of dominoes and the actual domino.
So this is how I know you're.
So I got it.
It's
and I'm
too
like,
much detail. Too much detail. Feels like it's a made-up story.
I can go back.
We've
to the
all learned
emails
this together.
with customer service. And I was like, guys, I ordered a domino. It says it right here. You sent me 2 Sortainer things of Domino's and no machine.
That's a problem.
I'm like,
And they're like, that's because your wife already bought you a Domino, and you don't need another one. I think that's what they said. I remember
happened?
that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, further research.
Yeah. Okay, here's a nice compliment for Donovan. I think you look like a hunky Richard Gere.
Oh.
Hunky.
Chunky?
Hunky!
I think it's chunky.
There was no C, so. But hey, Richard Gere is Richard Gere, you know? Take it.
It was worse.
There's worse. There's a lot worse.
You could do worse.
You could. Yeah. Or, you know, Richard Gere could do worse, right? Like to be equated with you.
I don't know about that.
All right, I'm going to give myself a compliment. Well, it's not. Okay. I'm going to point out a compliment, actually, for me. From Jamie. Linz, you are a natural director, producer, getting the story and information out. Thank you for noticing.
It's like you do that for a living.
It is like that, isn't it?
It's kind of like that.
It's like your job is to extract information from people.
And that is my job, yes.
In exactly the way you want them to say it.
Yes. That is like my job. That is like...
So it's not a deposition we're doing today.
No.
This is trial. Okay, we're already in trial.
We're past the deposition.
Yeah.
Yes. That's the difference. I feel like people who aren't necessarily lawyers don't know. Like a deposition, you don't know the answer to the questions you're asking, right? So you just kind of see where it goes and you follow. But in trial, every question asked, you should know the answer. And that's why you're asking it.
Yep.
So that's why you do depositions before trials.
Yep.
So a fun legal thing that no one wants to know about, but I like it. But I actually take it more as a compliment because I took this week off, which means that I worked. I truly billed like 7 hours yesterday. So
that's a day off.
That was my day off. But I've been working on writing my book that I want to finish. And so I was like, oh, getting a story out, that's good because I've been trying to get my story out of my heart all week.
I hope it includes an umbrella.
It does not.
It should.
No umbrella has come in.
Some man brought you an umbrella.
Some man bought me an umbrella. No, yes.
From out in the pasture.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
From the pasture.
What they're saying is I was sitting out on the porch that they built for me with no railings. And
no railings.
No setup here.
No railings. I live dangerously. And I was writing, but it was so bright. So I said, Matt, can you get me an umbrella? And I don't know, he was like holding up something. And he's like, I'm kind of busy here. He still went and got me
holding
the
a piece of trim 10 feet in the air.
Yep. But he got me that umbrella, and I was able to write. Which, speaking of that, again, where'd it go? Oh, here we go. From Michael, the glass wall for the roof. What is the brand?
Glass wall for the...
You know, the railing.
I don't know.
We've looked at a couple of the ones. I don't think we've finalized on the one yet.
So one that they're looking at, because
Well, the one you sent me was like view rail?
Oh, shit.
Is that right?
I don't remember.
Sure.
I mean, I did
lost it.
I don't know.
a very small amount of research.
I've been getting targeted ads for it.
Are you?
Oh, yeah.
You must have looked more because I'm not
I did. I generated a quote.
Yep. Oh, then you're gonna get all. You're gonna get all the ads.
I said, oh my god, it looks pretty. I got to see all the pictures of it installed now in my feeds.
It's actually the one we're looking at actually is a side mount that.
Oh yeah, it goes under.
It mounts on the exterior.
It mounts on the exterior, so it's not on because we got the parapet up there. So the glass slips in. Oh, there we go.
Okay, this is how we know he hasn't done a live before. Okay, this is amateur hour here.
It is, and I don't even know who it is.
I literally thought you were going to answer it.
Oh, hell no.
Also, you didn't still put your phone on silent.
I don't know what to do. How do you do that?
Okay, it's on the side.
Threw it away and...
There you go.
Oh. Wow.
Fancy. Yes.
Is that what you do with that thing? I have no idea. This dark side of
iPhone.
The iPhone dark side that I came into since I've been here now.
It's been quite the evolution for you since you started here.
Now we've converted him to Apple, apparently. I did not even know.
Yeah, I went on Android for...
A long time.
Before Android was actually started.
Yeah.
Well, I like
Now
that.
we can iMessage each other.
Yeah. In the middle of the night when we're not supposed to be sleeping.
That's you.
Weirdos. From Donovan, how did the CNC outlets turn out?
Oh, yeah.
They're...
Yeah, what job was that for?
So what does that even mean?
It was for some
I don't
job.
understand it. So
there's a job very close to where we're sitting, has the outlets that are going to be in the baseboard.
Okay.
So, I don't know if you see that one. So
You can
we're
see
going to
where
mount the outlets in the baseboard so that they'll be flush So we haven't done them yet. They're for here. I've got to do.
That's my favorite part about your videos. You're like, I got this job I'm working on. I'm like, yeah.
Oh yeah, there's that. The one thing I did find out too that is with you all, we've got to put something. We can't use the wood covers on them.
Yeah.
We have to put some type of metal backing behind them for fire.
Okay.
Which we can do that. That was one of the things I didn't know about. But I think they're gonna look really cool. It'll be just completely flush within the
baseboards.
from the baseboards. I think it's a nice clean look. So
yeah, I think you're gonna start seeing that the detail level on this thing is astronomical. This isn't some basic thing.
no, which is
like.
fun. It's challenging. That's
Which I'm excited about.
yeah, me too. It's
Like the stuff outside with the level of detail on the exterior alone, or like there's a lot going on here. I like it.
yeah.
We typing.
I'm typing about you. All right.
Alright.
Because why not?
Okay.
Where to go? Here we go. Okay, from Tony. Beyond the home renovation, do you have any other joint projects in the pipeline? I think a lot of people want to know that because I feel like
This isn't enough.
a lot of people are like, I think they'll be sad when Donovan moves on and finishes doing this.
We'll come back. We'll cut some logs.
We'll cut some logs. We'll do something.
We should do a song video.
We did that a long time
It's a
ago.
long time ago.
Yeah. So the answer is no to that question.
I don't think there's.
We have between this and whenever we do the second part of this, there's still like 150 episodes of Donovan doing house stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're stuck with him. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's no like.
We're good.
I think we're good for now. There's no other plans outside of this.
I don't think
at the moment.
you would appreciate if you started another project
No.
before finishing this one.
Oh, yeah. Me?
Yeah,
Personally?
you.
Of course not. No.
We'll go out and start doing a joint venture
Yeah,
somewhere.
we're doing something else. Good luck with this. We'll see you later. We're doing something else now. I'm kind of bored of this. I'm gonna go somewhere else.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no. That's actually my biggest worry with Matt. That's why I'm so happy Donovan's here because Matt is a classic. Him is to do 3/4 of a project and be like, well,
Good enough.
looks pretty good from the outside. No one can
have
tell
you
there are no
talked to Lori?
drawers. Yeah, it might be a woodworker thing. But Matt, you open a drawer and you're like, what you put in is going to fall out the bottom. So.
Vanishing drawer.
What's
the problem?
Ask Lori about her vanity
Oh no, I don't want to make her sad.
and other things that are in the shop that are maybe not quite complete yet.
Getting there.
Right, you're like, eventually, I have
Eventually.
it.
I didn't say a time frame for them.
You're smart.
So that's Matt, yeah, he's like, I didn't say ever, I just someday.
It'll get done someday.
Yeah.
You forget about it. Whatever.
Here's a nice compliment from Mark. I love watching the remodel show on Saturday. Reminds me of this old house, but better. Keep up the great work. That's nice. Yes. And I think this other comment, please tell him thank you first.
Thank you. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mark.
And okay, from Ken, Donovan seems like Norm Abrams. Is he from this old house?
Yes.
Of our current generation, and I am old enough to have seen Norm when he was young. So I don't know who Norm Abrams is, but I feel like people
Norm
like him.
is the contractor who started in 1979 with this old house and is retiring this year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so it's still going on.
So but he is stepping back, but he's like 1979 he started. He was the original carpenter.
How old is he then?
He is. He's probably in his mid 70s. Would be my guess.
Okay.
I don't know.
But I actually got to meet him once.
Oh, really?
Probably about 30 years ago, and just.
It's a long time ago.
It was in the late 80s. I met him.
So the years we were born.
Yeah.
There's
Right around our
birthday.
Yeah, la. But he was. I mean, it was really. I met him at a trade show,
Okay.
and he was at least came across the same in person as he does on show. He a very genuine person and very knowledgeable. And
So wait, where'd it go? A lot of people. Hey, be kind.
Okay. Kind now.
Kind now.
Kind mode.
After the house, does the shop get built come before the arboretum? And have any designs for the arboretum yet?
I don't know when the shop build will come sometime after the house, because the house is the first thing. All
Right.
of the house, the whole house,
So what does that mean, the whole house?
doing everything.
What does everything mean?
So this is phase.
This is phase 1.
1.3.
I don't really know what the point
Some
3 means.
revisions already.
Well, because
Okay.
There's some.
this is
Oh,
this
because
all
they
got was
Added.
we added, and then
That's true.
Right. So first phase is the kitchen, sunroom, the little porch upstairs, office,
yep,
and then destroying our current our current kitchen and turning it into a dining room.
yep.
And then they're going to rip up all the flooring, not in the great room, but all the other flooring,
Added too, yeah.
and put nice flooring down.
Yep.
Because Pancake has puked a lot, because she does that. So that's phase 1. Phase 2 is what?
Second story.
What is
Take,
that?
take
Doing
the
what?
roof off the house.
Yeah.
Just cause it's fun.
I'm thinking like big skylight.
Yeah, we got a sunroom. Now we can have a skylight,
Right. Okay. So why are we taking the roof off the house, guys?
so the kids can have bedrooms.
Yes. We're adding
I got
bedrooms.
a picture of the future house. Boom.
This one
I don't know if you can see that.
kind of can.
Yeah.
All right.
So the front of the house is only
Different water.
is
Partial second.
So that-
partial. It's a partial second floor right now.
Right.
So-
So once that's finished, and how long will this phase 2, which is blowing up the top,
That's a
gonna
much
take?
larger undertaking.
Yeah, that's
So like timeline, what do you think?
probably a year.
Okay. And the earliest you'd probably start it is what, March of next year?
Well, he's got it
Earliest?
booked out, remember?
Earliest?
He's got booked.
I'm
So what's the earliest?
He's booked 18 months, so there you go.
about 18 months.
I'm not gonna do the math. So what's the earliest?
I don't know.
2024.
We haven't really conveyed that. We haven't talked about it a lot yet, so
So then,
What do you want to pay for it?
I don't know.
that might be. I think that's where I think we're at.
Yeah, that's the one
It
that's.
is an extensive.
It's more than this.
It is more than this,
Yeah.
considerably more than this.
Yeah, my
Probably
heart
double.
hurts.
Yeah, so for anyone who didn't watch the intro video, like the initial thing was like almost as much as we paid for the entire house.
Yep.
I'm not
like,
happy
like
with
the
it.
rough estimate. Like, here's everything you want to do. Here it is. Buy the house again. So we looked at it like, okay, can we like
Not do that?
Yep.
break it up a little bit so we're not
Yeah.
spending all this chunk of money all at once? And we can
And,
like,
and I think to begin with, I wasn't even sure how we would do that. You know, how do we
Oh, yeah.
how do we phase this so you can get some of this without
all of it.
with all of it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's turned out pretty well, I think, for the most part, because we've been able to like. I think at least some of the one of the videos you talked about was this section of the house. You're not accessing it, but you guys are essentially living in the space
Yep.
you guys had before.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not being, even though this is completely tore up, completely unusable for the most part, you have a full kitchen, you have all of the space,
All the bedrooms.
all the bedrooms you had
bathrooms.
before, so
Yeah.
you're not being inconvenienced. Phase 2 is going to be a different story.
Yeah, phase 2 is inconvenience.
There'll be a lot of
Very.
Suddenly I'll understand when people are like, so how are renovations? And they give you that look, and I'm like, it's fine.
Yeah, 'cause-
Like, what are you
'cause you're not
talking
being
about?
affected by it right now.
Yeah. So suddenly I'll be like, now I understand why you're giving me that look of like pain and sorrow, because you've lived through
You
it.
don't have a bedroom anymore.
Yeah.
Probably can't live here.
Yeah. So,
It'll be fun.
Sure.
we'll have to figure that out.
From Ken, what is the mic you guys are using to capture audio? It works really well.
Right now,
In general, all of yours.
Oh, there's a bunch.
there's a lot of mics.
So this little thing that they call a dead cat, which I don't like.
The dead cat is the dead
So I
cat
like
is
cats.
on the mic.
We all like cats.
That's a Sennheiser 416, I think is what the model number is. I don't know.
Okay.
It's a shotgun mic, that one.
All right.
Then I got the Rode video mics that I used in the beginning. And then we got the lav mics, which are Sony. I got 3 sets of those. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And then whatever the on-camera mics are.
Okay. So you got lots.
There's a lot of equipment here.
Yes.
From Kyle, is Donovan going to help Matt build his new shop? Whenever you do it.
I don't know if we can handle that.
We'll see.
It's like way above your skill level. There.
Oh my god.
I don't know if I can handle that.
I think it mostly depends on when, right? By then you might be like, I don't want to do this crap, dudes.
Yeah, probably.
I'm cool.
There's,
I'm good. Thanks, though.
It's like I'm just showing up like to help for a day.
I will.
I'm gonna sit in my rocking chair and
I'm gonna sit in the rocking chair and supervise.
Right. You'll like comment and be like, I feel like you should move that
A little bit to the left,
over.
yeah, a little left on that one.
You do that. I'll sit here and just watch. Yeah.
That's how it's gonna go.
You're like, this is why I trained you to when you did this house. Now you do it,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, see it. Told you.
If it's in 15 years from now, I'm probably.
Oh, you'll be fine.
Matt, you'll be
Jumping
fine.
around mid-70s, you'll be fine.
Because that's
I'm not
likely
jumping
when it
around
will
now.
be.
Hopping.
Hopping and hobbling.
Oh, you're funny.
Yeah, I am.
All right. Oh my gosh, it's already 5:01, and there are still a bunch of random comments. Let me see.
It's fast.
I know. All right, I'm gonna go. I like this. Pretty sure Matt will be helping Donovan. I hope so, but I feel like I'm gonna try to make Matt do it. All right, I'm gonna do it. Do you plan on having any animals like sheep roam your land? No, my mom did ask this question.
I'm gonna say yeah.
My mom asks us constantly that if we're gonna get goats.
For her.
For her. Or she wants us to get a horse for my mother. The answer is no. There are a lot of work. I mean, besides Pancake, our beautiful puppy, and then someday we'll get another dog, and the dog's name is gonna be Toasty, because French toast, and I will do that after like the renovations to get another dog. But other than that, no, because
We got deer.
we got deer, we got turkeys.
Turkeys.
We got foxes.
It just
A lot of deer running. Yeah,
it's a lot of work to take care of animals. Like I want to be able to go on vacation, and it's already hard enough to find someone to watch Pancake, which is basically like a cat dog. So having someone come over to watch chickens or goats, I think that.
I don't even need any. Let's go bother Carter. He's got all that stuff.
Yeah, Carter is our neighbor, and he has a pig, 4 goats, and a bunch of chickens, and so it's super nice. And he shares. So yeah. All right, I'm gonna leave to relieve our nanny. You guys I hearted some, and then you can just finish it out, or give yourself like
Finish it out. Okay, 3 questions.
yeah, or do it. No, you can read them. Some of them are like just saying like,
I won't
"Hi,
read them.
you're a nice person. Thank you for."
Try to be respectful of Donovan's time,
I'm not on the clock anymore.
Oh, is that how that works?
My boss let me off for the afternoon.
Okay, what we got here? We answered that question already, but it's still here. Okay, this is a good question. Are we still keeping within your original estimate of the budget? I think, kind of. We definitely had a lot of add-ons as we got going, as we kind of got into things, but I think we kind of within somewhere.
Yeah, the base budget is. I think we're good in the base budget.
Yeah.
There's been some ads
Like this railing that everyone's talking about now.
that wasn't
Wasn't-
even being conceived.
And it wasn't going to be glass either.
There's that.
So,
And we've had a couple of spots where outside mechanics, like the insulation and electric and stuff,
yeah, the general cost of things that went up.
that went up that were outside, kind of our control. But I think generally we're budget-wise we're been pretty accurate. I think there's some of the stuff we had a little bit of savings on.
And especially the things you actually bid out originally, because a lot of stuff's like, we set the bid. We did this fun thing where we set the bid before all the design was finished, which I don't recommend unless you have 2 things: really good architect and designer, and like a contractor person that you actually trust and actually knows what the hell they're doing. Because going into that without having an idea of like, these are all the finishes that I actually want, because there's such a giant range in like finish stuff.
Right.
So there's that too.
Yeah.
And when you bid it out, you're like, I don't know what you're gonna want. I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna want. I'll worry about it when we get there. Let's put some number in. That's kind of how we did that.
But yeah, in general, I think we're pretty close to where we started.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling real good. I'm having a good day. Don't get used to it.
Yeah. Monday will change.
Any more big equipment that I want to purchase?
Yes.
Always.
Yes. There's a list.
There's a list, yeah.
And I'm not encouraging any of it. Yes, I am.
So the new thing that we've been talking about is some kind of molding machine.
Yep.
I've been kind of going back and forth on that because there's going to be a good amount of mill work that has to get made for this project. So I'm kind of going back and forth on what to do there.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I've got a molder, but it's not the same thing. It's 10% of the cost of what you were looking at.
yeah.
So
that's where that's at too. So I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah.
So there's that.
Do I ever want one? Because this would be a good time to buy one. But do I want to spend that money now? That's kind of where that's at.
Yeah.
So maybe a molding machine. That'd be kind of nice.
Yeah.
Because I'll actually get some use out of it here.
Yeah. And I picked up the CNC, which is
Oh, hey, you did buy that.
I did buy that. So which is I'm playing with that and did some training this morning on that. So which was fun.
And if you haven't seen that, Donovan has a video on his channel, which is linked in the description. You got the Yeti Smart Bench.
Yep.
So it's like a portable, essentially, CNC. It does a 4x8.
Yep. It's 4x8 sheet, but it breaks down.
A portable 4x8 machine.
Yeah. So like the baseboard and tell me what that. So like when we put the outlets in the baseboard, I'll throw it in the trailer, throw it in the truck, bring it out here. We'll figure out where we want that outlet in the baseboard.
Yep.
Throw it on there,
Yeah,
and
just
then
cut it out.
and cut.
Yep. Which I think, like, conceptually, I think it's a really interesting machine. Like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, I don't know, like, is a portable CNC good enough? Is it going to be able to do it? But it seems like you cut out that cabinet thing.
Yep. I got it.
And that cut out just fine.
Yep. And I'm gonna do at least some of the cabinet, some of the bases.
Yeah.
Bases for you.
We're going to play with that.
Play with it a little bit and see. And that was, I spent training with the software for the cabinet software this morning, and we went through your kitchen of like setting it up because it's all inset doors, inset thing. There is some detail into these cabinets, and they're not. These are not your home center off the shelf cabinets. Any one of them.
No, I think it fits with the theme of being in my house.
Yeah.
So there's that. But
So
I don't think a lot of people know about that machine. So it's
it's only been around, I think 2017.
Yeah.
So it's a fairly new machine. It's from the UK. There's not.
Which doesn't surprise me at all because they're all about like we don't have much room, so we need something that breaks down. We can put out in the garden.
Yeah.
And run our CNC in the garden and then put it back in there.
Yeah. But then the company I'm working with out of Alabama has been great, and I ran into an issue with it, and the company over the UK has been really great about dealing with helping me with the issues and stuff like that. So
yeah, well, good. So
Yeah,
you'll
so
see
I'm
more.
happy with that.
You'll see more of that. So yeah, I think a lot. Good for small shops and people that want to do big stuff but don't have the footprint for a full-size machine.
Yep.
All right, this is from Tony. Hey guys, I'm a full-time cabinet maker with 23 years. I love listening to music and podcasts because you have to film all the time. Does it ever get frustrating that you can't listen to things?
Yes.
I think that was the biggest change for you. You're like, oh, there's no music here. It's just quiet all the time.
Yeah.
That's weird.
And for a while I was doing that. I had the isotunes for hearing protection, but there was.
Yeah. They're just.
Yeah.
It's like mid dancing with the nail gun. I'm like, oh, he's like nailing on the beat of whatever the hell he's listening to.
Yeah.
For me, I'm used to it now. Like, the only reason I had the computer in my shop was to play music through it.
Right.
And like when I moved, I didn't even bother hooking it back up again because I never used it after I started filming. So if you see me on camera, I'll have like the ISO tunes in, doing some of the workbench hand planing because I'm listening to music and then you can't hear it on camera.
Right.
So it's more headphone use for me now that I don't have it up to the speakers.
Yeah.
So
And for me out here, it's harder. If I'm working by myself, it's one thing. It's trying to do this, do the filming, and work together. It's just there's too much going on.
It's too much. It's too much.
Too much stimulation.
It's too much. There's a request for an adult cut from all of the blue bits.
Oh, I don't think so.
That might haunt me in my future.
Yeah.
If that ever gets out.
I don't think so. No.
Gary made it to the best happy hour on YouTube.
Woo!
Thank you, Gary. Always good to hear from Gary. Well, that's a good one. What's the deal with the big warehouse building I see Matt driving around in a white forklift? I have a warehouse space. It's my commercial space. And I'll be moving soon. So there's that. To a new space somewhere that I haven't found yet. All my things over there will be homeless soon.
Maybe a tent in the backyard.
Maybe a tent. Maybe move into a tent. So there's that, I guess. Let's see if any new things come up. We'll end with this one. I think this is good. I love seeing your videos on the home edition. Do you have any tips on anything you could give someone that's about to do a similar project?
Fine.
Get good help.
Yeah, getting good help. I mean, finding somebody, finding whether it's a carpenter, contractor, whatever. I mean, finding that, having a good architect.
We've talked about that, the two of us are like, that's like one of the harder costs to kind of justify or like feel good about, I guess. But I think, at least for me at least, as I've come through the whole thing, I'm like, oh, yeah, this is worth it, because it all kind of, it makes sense,
Yeah.
it flows, there's less problems along the way, there's less questions. If there are questions, is it like, can we get answers quickly?
Yeah.
Or good ones that make sense?
Yeah.
And then you get to the finished product, and you're like, oh, this is a lot nicer than whatever I could have come up with.
Right, and I think that's having the design up front, and that's what we were talking earlier, is like the bad design is easy to recognize.
Yeah, it is.
And when everything, and that's why I like with Chris and David Hyde, I've worked with them on a couple of projects, and I'm working on another project is the level of detail that they go into, and they're not a budget
No.
architect that's putting out a box. They're putting out, a way, and when you guys started, you talked about was they're asking, how do you live? How do you use spaces? It isn't like, what do you need? It's no, how are you using it?
Like, one of the issues we had is we saw so many houses, and we saw so many houses that had been renovated and had additions put on them that clearly were just like, let's just get some more floor space and have zero plan or forethought for how that's going to interact with the rest of the house.
Yeah.
It's like, even the one that you came out to look at, where like it had that great room. It was kind of like this, because like great room was like, it was like a pool room, but it was like way the heck on the other side of the house.
And somewhat inaccessible from the rest of it.
Yeah. You're like, oh, this is whole separate space, and you got to walk through the whole room, and then a hallway, and then a dining room, and then a living room, and then you get to the kitchen. Like, that's the whole path through the entire house to get from the kitchen to the great room, where you kind of want to have some kind of cohesiveness. And then we saw another one a few years ago that was like, it was an old farmhouse, which, it's fine, but then they put this big old box on the back of it, and you have to like walk through like this weird hallway thing up these weird stairs to the back, and then to get to the bedrooms. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. But they're like, oh, we got some more square footage. Yay.
Yeah. Well, and I think with this whole area the flow in here is gonna be so nice and
it is
inviting.
Mm-hmm.
Where, with the kitchen in here and the sunroom and the great room we changed where the entrance is to the great room, which kind of makes it like two separate areas.
Yeah, instead of one big weird thing.
We have kind of this weird so you can have separate areas, but everybody's really close.
Mm-hmm. So
I think entertaining for like, if you have the holidays, have you guys' family over and the kids are running around, there's a place for everybody to go, but they're all kind of close, because everybody wants to congregate around the kitchen.
Yeah. And that was one of, like, That was one of the questions. Was like, okay, do you want to like have everybody together, or do you want like a bunch of closed off spaces? And we're like, well, we kind of like having thoughtful spaces, but not necessarily like full open.
Yeah.
This is kind of the theme here. So, and like going with the design too, like we have these cased openings that divide out all the spaces, and we also have one outside for the deck porch thing. So it's that continual design and continual thought. Like everything is a single thought. Mm-hmm. And even when we do the dining room, the opening to the sideboard addition, that's a cased opening too. So it's the same. It's themes. It follows all the way through. It's not just like, okay, this is like this. This is like this.
Yeah. So you don't walk from the old part of the house to the new part of the house and feel like, oh, this has changed.
This is different.
It's gonna feel continuous all the way through.
Yeah, and you get cool stuff like a wall of glass laid out with stock windows.
It's a lot of glass.
There's
a lot of glass.
With no wall. Yeah. That's what we wanted. Lindsay said, I want all glass. Okay.
We got all glass.
All glass. There you go. You get they're all evenly spaced. All the head heights all the same.
With lasers and
we use but the laser up for that. Everything's nice. So you get that kind of detail level with the design on the front end.
Yep.
And a lot of it's like thinking about like how you live in the space, like you said. Like one of the biggest thing for me that when I was talking to David when he was here, I'm like, I hate choke points. I absolutely hate choke points. And we're sitting in the dining room, and I'm like, I hate that this room isn't big enough for a table and a sideboard
to walk around.
Yeah. As soon as someone sits down at the table, they're blocked. You cannot walk. We gotta do the awkward thing. We're like, please push in.
Yeah. You can have a table, but nothing else.
That's it. That's all the room is sized for. So like, what do they do? Let's put the sideboard in its own room.
Yep.
Essentially.
Yeah. So the room was built for the sideboard.
Yeah. So we can actually get around the table because the new dining room, the current kitchen, is the same size as the current one. So like.
But it's going to flow a lot better because we've got larger doors going into it, and your piece will be kind of a focal point on the end.
Yep. Right when you walk in the door, you're going to see
That's what you're going to see. You're going to see that through.
Yeah. Which I'm looking forward to that too.
Yeah.
But like that, it's like stuff like that. So it's we'll find the people that which is not easy.
And taking your time, because it's the amount of time it takes to do these things is getting longer and longer all the time.
I'm noticing that, yeah. So if you haven't like have any thought of like I want to do something like this, probably start now because you're 3 years probably before you even start maybe.
Yeah, I think the one we were probably a year from the time we started talking until we actually started work, and we were pushing. We started before we're done. We were pushed before done because we were trying to get. I mean, that was part of us. We wanted to get you guys in here sooner, which meant you and I started working in the fall.
Yeah.
And doing that, so we could in the spring have as much done here instead of now we're in June and we're ready for sheetrock maybe in a week.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't have been.
We would have been framing. Yeah. Because of our weather here, so.
We wanted to get in the ground before winter.
Right, so we want to get the ground before winter, so we didn't have we had enough that we could move forward, but, and had it farther enough along, but there was a couple of times I'm calling up the architect, I'm like, so, yeah, when am I going to see this?
This isn't going to work. Kind of need some more details here.
You're going to need more details, so, and it's not the best way to do it, and I kind of knew that when we were doing it. But like the next one we're working on will be completely fleshed out probably 9 months before we start.
Yeah, I would recommend that. This has worked out somehow.
Yeah.
Somehow magically this has worked out.
It can go south though.
Like at the most you don't have to worry about don't worry about your paint colors. That could be something you can worry about later.
Yeah.
But all your materials and all your layout and.
Well, when we had trying to figure out the layout of the kitchen, we had to have the layout of the kitchen to know where our windows are going, because the refrigerator dictated where the windows are going, which dictated the size of the windows.
Which
in
the fridge size had changed too in the design process. Like,
Yep.
it was
And then we
originally
needed to order
30,
those windows.
36. And then the windows took 14 weeks. And
Yep.
pick a window. Go pick some windows.
Yep.
So yeah, it's been a process.
It's been a process, but it's been good.
Cool. All right. A couple of good comments for you. Donnie says the addition looks great. It only gets easier from here on out.
Okay, I'm hoping that.
I don't know, Donnie. I don't know, man.
Here's hoping.
It's hoping. Oh, last time I forgot to mention this too. George is having his, what's it called? The maker.
Oh yeah, that's coming up in.
I forgot. I was going to mention it 2 weeks ago on this thing, and I was going to mention it today, and I forgot. It's on the 18th.
Maker meetup. So you'll be there. I'll be there. I'll have my Yeti CNC there. Maybe building cabinets for here.
I thought I had it. I do have it.
I think it's the 18th of June. If I remember right.
There, look at that. Meet the makers.
Yep.
I said I had it ready that one time. June 18th from 9 to 3. That's out in Hammond at George's shop there. So I'm sorry I forgot to mention this earlier, but you're completely covered now. You're behind the.
Nobody wants to see me anymore.
So if you are local or in kind of in the area, we'll be there. You'll be doing a demo on your new CNC. I'll just be hanging out,
and then but they're
looking pretty.
They've got some other stuff going. I don't remember. I know there's a bunch of people that are going to be there.
There's demos throughout the day, so
they're doing some giveaways. They got a Dresta. Don't they have the box that Dresta did?
I believe so. So yeah, if you go to George's website, vondriscowoodworks.com, on there there'll be more information. But there's a whole like lineup of presenters, demoers, people who are showing things.
And it was a blast the last time.
Yeah. So there's that. Definitely go. And it's free.
It is free.
Bonus points, free. Okay. Good. I will see you then, everybody else. And we will see you tomorrow from the past. Past us.
Yes.
I'll have my hair back.
He's going to have your hair back. Mine will be shorter.
It'll be short, yeah. Actually, in this episode, I got my hair cut.
Oh, that's right.
This is the episode I got my hair cut. So I went and got a haircut while you were doing something up there.
Left the camera rolling while I was up there.
I think it was all the same. You can't even tell because it was like, oh, you cut more foam. Or
Yeah,
something
I
like
cut
that.
more foam. Wow, look at the man
Look
cut
at that.
foam.
Look at the man cuts more foam. There's one scene I love was I'm up. You have me ripping the full sheet in half, two foot strips. I'm sitting there sawing, working. You're just like leaning against the wall on your phone.
Yep.
And I'm just trudging along with the
La
saw.
la la la.
La la la. Is it cookie time?
It's cookie time.
Oh, here we go. Who's making the kitchen cabinets? Store bought or Cremona made? A little
Little of both.
Well, we'll buy some stuff from the store and then they'll get built here, and then Donovan will make one thing on his CNC to show us how that works. Oh, and there will be snow. Yes, there'll be snow and wind and rain in the episode too. All right. Have a fantastic weekend, everybody. If you want to watch the video early, it's down in the description. If you don't, it'll pop up tomorrow in the morning whenever I publish it, and do that. Thank you again, Donovan, for sticking around.
Yeah, happy
and doing this thing, and for continuing to be a good sport about all the things I put you through.
Putting up with the camera in my face.
There's that, and my stupid remarks, and me not knowing what the hell's
They're
going
mutual.
on. What are we doing? I don't know what we're doing. All right. I will see you later, everybody. Have a fantastic weekend.
See ya.